Right then, this is a walk around video for one of the rarest Hondas you'll see and one of the best. Also happens to be in astonishing condition. This is a Honda Accord 2.4 EX manual tourer. I mean, it is as rare as that. First of the new shape of these, or the latest shapes, estates. I mean, it's such a handsome car. To believe it's now nearly 14 years old it is credit to Honda's styling. I mean, it is beautifully proportioned. Car's covered 89,000 miles only, with a wonderful service history. It's been cherished, this car. It's in, just said, amazing condition. Don't think you'll ever see another one like this. Lights and lenses clear, intact, no cracks or condensation in them at all. Front bumper remarkably clean, same as the bonnet. There will be a microscopic chip, but you're going to have to look very hard to find one. Coming down the near side and these lovely flanks, I can't see any indentations there at all. Front wing absolutely unmarked. Near side front alloy, got the tiniest bit of curbing. I mean, for the near side wheel, that's incredible, especially for the age. Anything on the panels, just got a natural luster to them. It's not been polished, it's as it came to us basically, apart from being washed off. Near side rear alloy, absolutely unmarked. And come around the back of the car, again, such a handsome looking car. Bumper corners, again, completely unmarked. Back, normally scagged, marked, nothing. Offside of the vehicle, just mirror smooth. The offside rear alloy, again completely unmarked. The remaining panel work, so it's scarcely believable really, it really is. And final alloy, again can't see any marks in there at all. It's not going to be cheap. We paid good money for a very special car here indeed. Let's come into the back of the car. Again, it's just in incredible condition for an estate car, particularly because they are used for their purpose. Beautifully finished as well, I have to say. And of course, electric tailgate, all working exactly as it should. So coming to the back of the car, and this is the area where the kids normally sit and destroy cars. Yet this one has got away pretty much scot-free. It's in beautiful condition. All the leatherwork, carpeted areas, absolutely beautiful. So coming in on the passenger side, again, all absolutely amazing. So finally coming in on the driver's side, door card again absolutely pristine. Footwell areas lovely and clean as well. And driver's seat, 14 years old and in beautiful condition. The only you can get obviously slight compression of the bolster when people slide in and out with their back sides, but that's absolutely normal. So inside the car now. Engine as always running through this section, so the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard in beautiful condition. Sat nav, you can see, working exactly as it should. Put the car into reverse there, get that lovely rear parking camera, all working exactly as intended. But it is astonishing in here really. And then to come up to the main dash binnacle, panning there for you, hopefully you can see 89,221 miles. No warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and one I have been very much looking forward to doing, mostly because this is probably in my top 3-4 of all Hondas. I love these cars. This is for a Honda Accord 2.4 EX Tourer, or Estate in any other language. Cars registered FY58EXA, and mileage currently showing at 89,221 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, and especially actually the road test section, is to ensure that if anyone is online looking at any of our cars, they actually get to see the cars in operation. And the reason we feel it's important is because we know to our cost, unfortunately, that it can be incredibly frustrating to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in photographs and description, only to get there and find out when you drive it it's got an issue which you'd much rather known about before setting off. That's just a fuel light pinging on, by the way, which obviously fuel will extinguish. Also, we do these road tests on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, so hopefully then would be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, it's a real rarity, not only the car itself, the mileage it's done, but more importantly its condition and the way it's been maintained. Very, very, very rare to find a car like this. Start the engine instantly, of course, and settles to smooth, even idle without any warning lights on the dashboard at all. Temperature gauge running into third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda car. But the engine is one of Honda's greatest. The headline engines from Honda are always the same: NSX, S2000, Integra, Civic, Type Rs, all that kind of thing. To me, this is the reason I think it's one of the best, is because it does absolutely everything brilliantly. I mean, truly brilliantly as well. I'll just zip past this chap and concentrate a second. Normally, when you think of a Honda VTEC engine, you're thinking of something highly strung, loads of top-end power, not so much low down, so you've got to rev them like mad. Not the case with the 2.4. You know, I'm trickling on 2,000 RPM in fourth gear uphill. You put your foot down, it instantly picks up and goes. It's got throttle response from low down, but when you put your foot down hard, it absolutely flies. It just keeps revving. The point at which most engines start to die away, 4.5, 5, 6,000 RPM, this one's about 5.5, comes alive and just pins you back. It's an astonishing engine. It sounds beautiful. It's got a beautiful, sweet, crisp engine note. You know you're in something which is just beautifully engineered, because although it's a four-cylinder engine, it has the kind of characteristics in so many ways of an inline six. It's that smooth. The lack of vibration coming back through the pedals, the steering wheel, the interior of the car, for a four-cylinder engine is nothing short of remarkable. It really is. You know, on top of which, again, you know, reliability, longevity, in a different class to anything else. I mean, it is, as I said, I just think all those bits it does better than virtually anything else. And as a whole package, yeah, amazing engine. Engine then feeds through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, absolutely perfect. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be, so all good. 6-speed gearbox, typical Honda box, beautifully engineered. Short in throw, absolutely precise in action. It is just brilliantly done. It's a gearbox you enjoy using rather than having to use it. So many gearboxes seem to be, and this feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. It's just, you know, it just feels tight as a drum. It's ridiculous. So coming to the steering, which tracks dead straight, by the way, probably as much as I love the engine and I love the gearbox, everything about them, to me the chassis is probably the best part of the car, because again it's the bit that the Motoring Press completely missed the point of, or didn't appreciate. It is genius, because I'm driving along here, this beautiful power steering, accurate, precise, beautifully weighted. It just works in absolute harmony with the chassis of the car as well. It all works together beautifully. The chassis, when you turn in, sits flat in the corners, regardless of what kind of corner it is, off camber, bumpy, constant radius, variable radius car, just all of them, it just eats them up. It really does. It is an amazingly capable chassis, and one you can thoroughly enjoy. And I did a track day with one of these with Honda to show customers, you know, how capable they were, and it is an amazing car, you know, at the extremes as well. On top of which, and this is why I talk about it at this section as well, this is one of the worst sections of road you'll go across. It's like the surface of the moon. It's horrible. It pitters and patters but there's no creaks, no rattles, nothing coming from underneath the car that shouldn't be there. But yeah, brilliantly resolved car. Just going to give the brakes a bit of a thump, make sure no one's behind me. But really good brake pedal on the car, no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedals, all in fine order. Worth pointing out that the car is going to be going in for an MOT, an independent MOT, later today, so all these things are going to be checked as a matter of course anyway. It's having 4 new tyres fitted. Prior to that, tyres would probably pass an MOT, but they're getting close enough now that I think they need changing, so we'll benefit from a brand new set of tyres on the car. So coming to the inside of the vehicle, firstly, beautifully built, in amazing condition in here, it really is, and what a joyous interior to sit in. It's the perfect driving position with the brilliant seats. You've got this fantastic dash design, which is very heavily equipped but very easy to use, all with a beautiful tactile quality to everything you press. There's that wonderfully precise Honda action to it, and by comparison to over fussy, over stylized modern interiors, as I said, I think it just shows how interiors should be done, in all honesty. You've got this massive sat-nav screen for its age, sat recessed into the dash so you don't get so much glare, all working exactly as it should. You've got a dual zone climate control system which offers you different temperatures side to side on the vehicle, and blows out lovely cold air, by the way. Then you've got this typical Honda old school dash binnacle in front. It just looks like an enlarged motorbike dash. It's brilliant. All symmetrical, massive rev counter and speedo, flanked by temperature and fuel gauges, and that's it. And that's all you need. You don't need to be looking at other stuff. It distracts. You've got this brilliant leather-bound steering wheel, all feels lovely in hand and pretty much as new to hold. All functions working exactly as they should. It is a truly astonishing car. Not only, as I said, in the mileage and the condition, as I mentioned before, but how it drives. And I know that's subjective, and that's the part where it's my opinion rather than fact. But the factual bits are, all the bits drive exactly as they should. I rate this as one of the finest cars of its generation, which is why they're so sought after, by the way, and they really are. As always though, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate, do give us a call.